Hi everyone, we are here today in the latest Honda Vezel. Now we've got a Z grade model here. It's a grey import brought down by one of Mahen's friends, and Mahen is behind the wheel now. How are you feeling?
It's awesome, Ashrak. So if you're thinking about style, comfort, fuel economy, power and everything else you need in a vehicle in this category, you will get it in the Honda Vezel, right? It's also known, interestingly, Ashrak, as you told me before, the Honda HRV.
Oh yes, in fact that's what many overseas market models, including the official ones bought by the Sri Lankan Honda dealer, badged as HR-V.
Yes.
And I believe that means high something recreation vehicle, some funky kind of thing there was for that.
Yes.
Now, another interesting fact for you, Mahen, is that now this one and the previous Vezel, which was one of the most popular vehicles on our roads during its time,
Yes.
have a totally different hybrid system. Like that one used a 1.5 litre engine plus a single electric motor and had a system total of 150 horsepower. Now this one has also got a 1.5 litre internal combustion engine with 2 electric motors, and while that one had a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which is infamous for issues if not cared for correctly, this one comes with what's called a dedicated hybrid transmission, which is a kind of electronic CVT, and the power output of this hybrid is actually less at 130 horsepower.
Yes.
But of course the fuel economy figures, fuel efficiency figures are notably better. I mean, we've heard 22 kilometers per litre being mentioned popularly, haven't we, Mahen?
Correct. Yeah, so this is the Z grade, Ashrak, and you also get a higher spec called the Z Play, which comes with a sunroof and a moonroof in the back. Interestingly,
that's your choice, isn't it?
Yeah, the moonroof in the back, you cannot operate it through power controls. It has to be detached manually, right?
So, you mean the sunshade?
Yes, the sunshades have to be detached manually. There are about 4 segments to it. So that's in a way fun, but in a way a little inconvenient, I would say.
Fair enough.
And the Z Play is something that another one of my good friends has, which we can feature in the future. So shout out to Eraj. And a big shout out to Tush, my friend, for allowing us to do her car today.
So yeah, I mean the interior of the new Vezel is a lot changed, very different to the old one. You can see you've got this whole stripe here with the air vents incorporated, and interestingly, Mahen, these little air vent, the corner air vents here, I've got a little knob where you can direct the airflow either through the main air vent here or through the little air vent around the side there, or you can just close the vent totally. So you can decide, do you want air in your face or just you want a cool breeze that is not, disturbing you too much. And just looking at the center stack, we've got the original Honda gathers, which is basically Panasonic head unit there. And this one has a bit more of stuff in English. I mean, the gathers unit in my parents' Fit, which we did on this channel, had a lot of stuff in Japanese. This one has a bit of stuff in English, so I think that's nice.
Quite a popular vehicle in Sri Lanka, and I understand why, because it's got so much space and so much style for the price you pay. Now this car is probably around the 20 million range, and the Z Play obviously is going to be more expensive. And interestingly, my friend got this with 0 mileage, and
the space is incredible in the back, particularly, Mahen. And another thing I read about is that the boot space in this is actually a little less than the previous generation, probably because of the increased leg space. But when I checked out the boot to mount our camera there, I realized that it doesn't look that much different. You're not going to be sacrificing notably unless you were the kind who used your previous generation Vezel, like, I don't know, a delivery vehicle or something.
Correct.
This boot is still roomy enough for a family.
I feel this is a proper upgrade from the previous Vezel, because usually what you can expect is just a small change from the previous model or the version, right? But here, I mean, it's a complete shift. I really like what they've done with this particular model, Ashrak.
Indeed. Let's see what the power is like, Mahen.
It's very good. It's very smooth also, and even the braking performance is great. We had a dog
across the road there.
And yes, so I really like the driving position as well. The feel of the steering wheel is also reassuring. Very nice. It's not too big, the steering wheel, and it's not too thick as well. Perfect size, I would say. And the interior also is very nice. It's bold and simple, and like you said, we have a few physical controls. The knobs here really make a difference, Ashrak.
They do.
And
I think I mean, Although I don't know if it's available, but I know the previous Vezel, for those who liked a bit of color, had a rather fetching orange and black two-tone scheme for the interior. I don't know if this comes with it. It's mostly
I'm
black
not too
in
sure,
here.
yes.
But yeah, it's always worth checking those things out and seeing. We've got a previous Vezel on the side there, just going past us. So there you are. You can see how that one looked. And of course, this one continues some of the traditions of the previous Vezel, like the rear door handles mounted high up in the C-pillars of the car.
Yes. And again, in terms of intelligent driving systems, lane assist, and we got a few other bells and whistles also that comes with the Z grade, although that's the starting grade for this particular vehicle model. Okay, so Mr. Ashrak Wahab is behind the wheel now. Ashrak, how are you feeling, man? Is this the first time in a brand new Vezel?
In this generation of Vezel, yes.
Right.
Third generation. So it's quite smooth, and the driving experience is little different from the previous one, because as I said, that had a totally different powertrain and that kind of system. So but this one, of course, I mean, it feels a lot more like an EV, to be honest. That one you could tell it was a petrol hybrid. This one is a lot more EV like. I'm just going to flow it here. And you can hear by the sound even that it does mimic a bit of like a vehicle with conventional gears, and once again the engine sound is quite similar to the previous one. In fact, the previous round of Honda hybrids like my parents' Fit, then the Grace, then the second gen Vezel all had the same powertrain more or less, and the engine note is very similar, albeit a bit better damped. So it's a little less loud and prominent, but it's the same thing basically. Correct. So in that sense, there's some familiarity here that I think second gen Vezel owners will like very much.
Correct, but to your point, I think in sport mode, this has a little more urge, and it's a bit more conservative when you're in the normal drive mode.
That could be true. I haven't tried sport yet. I'm just flicking into sport right now, in fact. Throttle response gets a lot sharper. Yeah, it's a bit more eager to accelerate.
Correct.
It's a little more eager. I'm just going to flow it once more. It still feels like the old DCT, the way it shifts, but having checked the specs, we can assure our viewers it says it is an eCVT. But then again, we know that CVTs can mimic a typical automatic gearbox when they need to, so that's probably what's going on here. Still in sport mode. I'm just gonna give it another burst. And overall, I think this generation of Vezel has more than enough power for the average Sri Lankan driver, maybe even the slightly enthusiastic Sri Lankan driver, because it's handling very nicely, I have to say, and it's easy to drive. The steering weight is also very friendly. It's ideal for urban driving. I can see you've got cruise control and all that stuff on the steering wheel. You've got a whole bunch of steering wheel mounted controls here too, and of course the Gather's radio does appear to be a full range one, Mahen. It doesn't appear to be the Japanese limited to 90, but it goes up to, I can see, even 96.6 and 97.6 have been tuned in. So that's a nice factor to take into account. You don't need to replace the head unit, that means, because these Japanese head units are actually quite sophisticated and in Japan quite valuable too.
Correct. And then this car also comes in very interesting colors. This particular color also I personally love. It's a grey with kind of a green undertone, and also some people may not be the biggest fan of how the grille looks, but then it's a matter of taste rather.
True that. And another little nugget of information for you there is, if you've been noticing in our exterior shots, the little blue tint to the Honda, I'm just letting this bike go, to the Honda emblem, the little blue edging on the edge that is present in all Honda's hybrid models. So if you, for example, the HRV variant of this does have an unhybrid flavor too. And in that, if you were to look, you wouldn't see the blue edging on the Honda logo, I'm sure, because the blue edging is for the, that's a Toyota Windham.
This is the second time I'm seeing one of these. I've seen a silver color one before.
Super rare.
It's a very rare vehicle.
You've got that lovely two-tone color theme, if my eyes are not deceiving me.
Correct. Very, very nice.
2.5, so that means what, 1 JZ maybe under the hood, who
Possibly.
knows?
And so Ashrak, again, like I mentioned to you earlier, this car styling is very sleek, and even the interior, right, is very simple but sporty as well. So I think this is a really good deal for especially Sri Lankan families or families all around the world who's looking for a nice sporty SUV to purchase.
I think that's a great thing as well, because then the Honda Vezel in particular is well regarded in Sri Lanka. It's well known for being a sound family vehicle.
Yes.
And now that the next generation or third generation is here, it's definitely worth considering for those who want a good old regular hybrid.
Correct. And we got a Prado 250 here, a lot of 250s in the country now.
Yep. So that's our review of the 2025 Honda Vezel Z grade, correct, Mahen?
Correct. So the brochure says 2024, but then again, this is 2025. So essentially, there is not much of a difference there.
Yeah, enough.
Ashok, if you're looking for power, comfort, style, fuel efficiency, and everything you need from a vehicle in this particular category, I feel the Vezel ticks almost all those boxes. What do you think? Safety?
It does. I mean, it does tick all those boxes of familiarity. Plus, given that this has a different kind of transmission, you don't need to worry about the DCT woes of the old one.
Yes. And I feel, Ashok, this is value for money, considering the current context in Sri Lanka and the used car market.
It is value for money when you take into account that previous generation Vezels are still going for fairly decent value. In fact, all those previous generation Honda hybrids, despite the DCT issues, which now people are aware of, and we've also spoken about how you can mitigate them to a large degree. So I think I feel this one shouldn't be any different on that token. It's a pretty safe buy if you're looking for vehicle as an investment, as many of our Sri Lankans tend to still do.
Correct. And a big thank you to my friend Tush for allowing us to do
very much.
This today. It's been a pleasure driving her new baby, so she says. And so the first drive at office, we worked together, was done by yours truly. And a big thank you again. So to all our viewers, hope you like this content, and if you do, please do like, share, and Ashok,
subscribe, very important.
Cool. See you soon.
I think that's a great thing. The Honda Vezel in particular is well regarded in Sri Lanka. It's well known for being a sound family vehicle. And now that the next generation of third generation is here, it's definitely worth considering for those who want a good old regular hybrid. Review of the 2025 Honda Vezel Z grade, correct, Mahen?
Correct. So the brochure says 2024, but then again, this is 2025. So essentially, there is not much of a difference there.
Enough.
Do one more look, and then
put a little thing in the call out there.
Yeah.
Then let's do the conclusion again.
That was okay, but we started
Put a little like one of the